Packaged foods are so convenient, aren't they? We just go out, buy them, and store them for a very long time. They're so tasty as well. We can even order them online. So, why shouldn't we? What are the top 5 reasons why we should avoid packaged and processed foods? Hi, I'm Dr. Rashmi Kulkarni, co-founder of Next Solutions. Be it cookies or cake mixes or different kinds of flours or chips, there are so many different varieties of processed foods. Even the health drinks that we give our children, things to add in their milk, or these different syrups or drinks that we make for our children. So many packaged foods are available. These are the top 5 reasons why we should avoid them and why we should read labels. Firstly, a high amount of sugar. A lot of these packaged and processed foods have a lot of sugar, either in the form of sugar, it's written as sugar, or in the form of hidden sugars that have very, very different names, or as refined flour, which is similar to eating sugar because it lacks the fiber and it causes a spike in blood sugar. So if we look at any of these processed foods or packaged foods that we can buy, if we just learn to read labels, we will find sugar as one of the top ingredients, either in the form of sugar or in some other name like high fructose corn syrup. There are many hidden forms of sugar. And what does sugar cause? It causes an addiction to sugar. It is more addictive than cocaine. It causes a whole range of health issues, including weight gain, including damage to the gut microbiome, which again leads to many chronic diseases. It leads to poor gut health and poor memory, everything else related to health. The second reason why we should avoid packaged foods is because they are extremely low in nutrition. They are so processed that they are very far from their original state. Not only do they lack fiber, but they do not have the vitamins, the minerals, or the phytonutrients that we would get from real foods by eating fruits, vegetables, cereals, lentils, and natural sources of proteins, fats, minerals, vitamins. So when we are talking about packaged and processed foods, while they might be very tasty, they are not offering any of the nutrients that our body needs. Instead, we are getting these bunch of chemicals mixed together that are supposed to taste good and that are supposed to get us addicted to this taste. So the third reason why we should avoid packaged or processed foods is the high amount of trans fats it contains. So these packaged foods are made with very unhealthy fats that have a lot of trans fats. These are the cheap sources of oils or fats that are available. And what this does is it increases our blood pressure, it increases cholesterol, it again causes weight gain. While we need fats in our bodies, we certainly do not need trans fats. We need polyunsaturated fats. We need the healthy kinds of fats that are totally lacking in these processed foods. So if we learn to read labels, we will definitely be able to figure out that these fats are very unhealthy and should be avoided. The fourth reason to avoid processed foods or packaged foods is they are extremely high in sodium. Many of the savory snacks that we can buy are very high in sodium than we would normally eat when we make something at home. A lot of salt is used in these to increase the flavor, to make it addictive for people, so that once they eat these savory foods that have high salt, they want more and more and more. It's very similar to what happens with sugar. Again, this causes a spike in blood pressure. Again, it causes water retention and weight gain and many other health issues. The fifth and very important reason we need to avoid packaged and processed foods are the inclusion of additives such as preservatives, such as food colors. There are so many synthetic chemicals added to these foods to increase their shelf lives, to make them look prettier, to make them look very colorful. The red dyes that are used in these foods are very well known to cause neurological effects or symptoms. And these chemicals, the preservatives that are used, are already known to cause great damage to the gut health, to the gut microbiome. So would you actually eat processed or packaged foods after knowing these top 5 reasons? Make your choice.